Hi there! So today I am trying out a new brand, which is not new but new for me, and I'm talking about Profusion Cosmetics. I have a bunch of their products in front of me and I'm gonna do a look with these products. I'll see how I like the brand. I'm really curious. I never tried anything from them. I have an eyeshadow palette, a gorgeous one. This is the style Euphoria, and I have a bunch of face products, a cream bronzer, a cream blush, a cream highlighter, and a lip product, which I think is a set of a pencil and a gloss, but I'm not sure. We're gonna see. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the face stuff. I'm gonna do the bronzer, blush, highlighter. I do have foundation, concealer, powder on my face already, so my base is all done. Okay, let's start with the cream bronzer. Okay, this is the Profusion West Coast Glow Radiant Liquid Bronzer. And I have here, I think that this is how the shade is called, Newport. This one right here, I'm not sure. Okay, interesting. So it's in a pen form and you have to twist it to get the product out. Okay, I twisted. With new products you have to twist a lot, but I twisted a little too much, so let's take a little bit of that excess on my hand. I'm gonna use a expert face brush from Real Techniques to blend this out. Really pigmented. I applied a little bit too much. I didn't expect this amount of pigment, but I'm gonna blend it out because it does blend out pretty easily. Well, actually, what if I use my sponge? It's the one that I use to apply my face makeup. Maybe it's gonna pick up a little bit of that excess product. But I think this kind of dries a bit. Okay, nice tone. I like the fact that it's also very tiny. With bronzers they're usually huge, and this is kind of travel friendly. Okay, interesting. I mean, it does the job. And I'm gonna just apply a bit more right here. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. I'm pretty neutral to it. I mean, it's alright. I don't have any strong opinions about this. I am excited about this because I never had a red blush. I always used eyeshadows or lipsticks if I wanted a cream form, so I hope I like this one. It's the Blush Hour, and I think the shade is called Paloma. It says layer and extra layer if you're feeling extra cheeky. Let's see if I'm feeling extra cheeky. So it's quite similar to my Shein blush, as in like in shape. This She Glam. It has this kind of an applicator, but it has a gold lid, so this one wins in terms of packaging. I'm gonna use my Juvia's Place Taper blending brush. I hope this is not very pigmented. I didn't apply much though. Jesus Christ, I did apply way too much. These are very pigmented. Extra layer. Imagine needing one. You actually need very little amount of this product. I don't think this is very beginner friendly, or you have to kind of learn to work with it. Definitely. Or maybe a red blush, it's not what I need, but it is what I want. I'm gonna be extra blushy today. I'm just gonna vibe with it. It's gonna be pretty strong. Maybe with the eyeshadow it's gonna be a little bit more tied together. I truly hope so. Because I look like I have fever right now. Let's see the highlighter. I'm curious if it's that pigmented. It's called Ray of Sunshine and it's the shade Golden Hour. It's kind of cute. I swatched it first because I don't know what to expect at this point. It's definitely not as strong as the blush. It's a nice one. Oh, look how nice it reflects the light. I think I'm gonna use my finger with this one. It definitely has a bit of color. I mean, it kind of hides a bit of the blush, which is a bit weird. Feels like a concealer almost. Concealer that glows. It's not bad, but since it has a color, I think the color is a little too dark for me. Looks a bit unusual on my skin. I guess at least it faded a bit of the blush. I think I would apply the highlighter underneath the blush actually with this one. Anyway, the eyeshadow, the part that I'm mostly excited about, because the palette looks gorgeous. I'm not sure what shades I'm gonna go for. Although this royal blue is absolutely gorgeous, I think I'm gonna go for the purple today. And can I incorporate them both somehow? Let me swatch some of these, I'm curious. Kind of cute, but I want to see Solstice, which is this gorgeous blue shade. That's a beautiful, beautiful shade though. Let's try Element as well. Okay, quite pretty. This one is really special. It has glitters that shift in different colors. I don't know, probably the camera won't catch that, but it has some green glitters, some red ones, I think. And of course the base is quite grey, purplish. Really interesting. But I do like the shade names because it has the Solstice, the Retrograde, Equinox, the Transit. Okay, watch me try to incorporate as much as I can. I think I'm gonna try to start with the grey in the palette, the silver actually. So I'm gonna start with no clue because I actually have no clue what I'm doing. I just hope this doesn't fall on my face because I did my face makeup obviously. That's actually gorgeous, and I didn't expect it to apply that well with this kind of a brush. I didn't even wet it or anything. It's beautiful. It does have a little bit of fallout. I'm gonna be careful. Let's move on to the gorgeous blue and see what I can do with it. I'm gonna use a Juvia's Place Small Definer brush. This kind of a flat brush is a bit better for applying shimmery eyeshadows. It has a beautiful tone. It's not as shimmery, like definitely not as sparkly as the previous shade. It's a different kind of a finish, but I'm not good with these things. I don't know how this is called, like a satin finish, I think. I think I'm gonna need a bit of Element in between these two because the transition is a little bit too harsh. So I'm gonna use it with my finger. Okay, I'm gonna need to darken my outer corner. I think I'm gonna use Retrograde, which is a sparkly black. I'm using a Morphe 506 brush. It's pretty small with such dark shades like this. I don't want a big brush. That's pigmented. That's really pigmented. I didn't expect it to be that pigmented. A little bit more pigmented than the previous shades. What do I have on hand? A Morphe 507. I'm gonna use a grey shade. Could it be Micro or Equinox? I think I'm gonna mix them. This is gonna be a bit of a transition in the outer part to help me blend this black. This does blend quite nicely, but I'm gonna need to fill in this part with a little bit more blue. I'm gonna want to have something in my inner part of the crease as well, and I think I'm gonna go for that purple, even though it's a shimmer, and I don't usually go for shimmers in my crease. Okay, so I did apply a bit of purple right here and applied it with a fluffy brush. It's another Morphe 506. Come out as pigmented, but it's a crease color. I'm okay with it since it's a shimmer. Let's do it on this side too. This has a cute shift. It adds a nice touch to the look. Even though it's not that noticeable, it's a nice accent. And I'm gonna pick up a bit of the blue on my finger, because I want this to be very noticeable. The tone is very pretty. Okay, but what for the lower lash line? Is it too late to use the teal? I wonder. I have so much glitter on my face right now. That's why I usually do my eyes first with this kind of a look, but I'm getting over it. First I'm gonna need a pencil on my waterline before I even decide what to apply there. This is a very dark look, it requires black on the waterline. The pencil that I'm using is from Maybelline. It's a tattoo liner gel pencil. It's just the black one. What does this call for? Does it call for teal? It might ruin it. It's gonna be interesting though. Let's see how it goes. I'm just playing after all. I'm gonna use this kind of a smudge brush. Okay, definitely an interesting turn. This is a beautiful shade. I think this might be my favorite from the palette. I'm gonna connect it to the top part right here. I think I can take the brush that I used to apply the gray and just further blend this. Actually, I'm gonna blend the teal with the gray. It's just the same transition that I used on my top lid. It's a nice combo. I'm gonna need false lashes with this look. I had to redo a bit of my face makeup because of the fallout. I still have a lot of blush. I still didn't learn how to apply this thing. It's extremely pigmented. Maybe the shade is too dark for me as well. Could be that. Anyway, I applied false lashes and it's time for the lips. I have this thing that is most likely a lip liner lip gloss set. Oh, so it's a little retractable lip pencil. Looks a bit light though, let's see. Yeah, this is very light. I can't contour my lips with this. Anyway, I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna have very defined lips today. It is what it is. Am I using this correctly? I can't do anything with this shade. I can't even tell if it's a good product, if it's in a different shade maybe. No, that's actually atrocious. Let's skip that. Pretend that never happened. And I'm gonna apply the lip gloss. This has a nice scent. Let's see. This has shimmers. Without a proper lip liner. Just gloss. Okay, this is the finished look. Let me know what you think. If you heard of this brand, I'm curious. If you've tried it, I'm not sure what other products they have in their range. So far, from what I've tested today, I'm not blown away. Okay, these are quite affordable, so it's nice. All I've checked is below 10 euros, so it's good. Fair. Even though, like, in the drugstore category, there's a lot of competition. I mean, there are a lot of wonderful brands that do amazing makeup in the drugstore category. I almost forgot I want to highlight my inner corner. I'm just gonna take a bit of this light shade. So I don't know, some of these are alright. Like the eyeshadow palette, for instance, is quite nice. The highlighter, I don't know what that was about. So that's definitely not my favorite. Now I'm done. Highlighter, not really my favorite. The blush is alright, but it has a bit of a learning curve. The bronzer is quite straightforward. I think I will pack it with me. I like the fact that it's travel friendly. The gloss is nice. It has shimmers which are really lovely. It also feels really comfortable on the lips, it's not sticky. So that's a plus. The lip liner, I think that's my least favorite actually. But I think my favorite of the whole range is the eyeshadow palette. Like this. This is lovely. Nothing life-changing again, but it's a nice eyeshadow palette. I think I covered everything. Okay, I wanted to circle back on this video. It's a different day, but I reached for these products again. I was a bit intrigued, and today I applied way less product. I think I did a mistake in a previous video. I applied way less, like basically I drew a line of bronzer here, just a tiny line. I blended it out and then just the tiniest dot of blush on top. And this is how it looks. I think it's way better. Especially the blush and bronzer, eyeshadow palette and gloss. I'm gonna keep using those. The highlighter, I don't know, maybe that's not for me. And the lip pencil is definitely not for me. But these, especially these two, actually looks nice once you learn how to use them. I think I went a little too crazy in my previous video, especially with this kind of a blush shade. You want to use a very little amount and it's so lovely. Let me know if you've tried this brand. I'm really curious what were your opinions on it. And that's it for me today. I hope this video was useful and you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!